It's a very good question to give to put to Alexander Izosimov. He's the CEO of VimpelCom. Everybody's talking about Egypt. You announced this deal with Naguib Sawiris, one of Egypt's richest men, back in October. A lot's changed there. Is it as good of a deal now as it was then?
I think yes. There are two factors to take into account. First, we are not directly exposed to Egypt. The company VimpelCom simply listed there, but we are exposed to Algeria. And of course, this unrest in Egypt creates certain uneasy feeling about the region.
About Algeria. And you're not related, you're not dependent on Egypt in the sense that none of the assets are actually in Egypt, but your partner in the deal is an Egyptian billionaire, one of Egypt's richest men. What's to say that he wouldn't necessarily be around in Egypt to do business in a month's time if Mr. Mubarak and President Mubarak and other members of the ruling elite were to go?
Well, it's better to ask this question directly to him, whether he will stay or not.
Well, he said he's there to the end.
Yeah, that's what
but it's a fair question for investors.
I think he will stay. I think that the nature of the business is to stay out of politics, and particularly when we take business like telecoms. Things like that do happen, and it's not the first crisis we see in our markets.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, people will continue to talk and use our services. Therefore, when we're entering a country, we're there for long run, and we're going to stay. And I think that's how Naguib thinks as well.
Okay. Telenor has objected to this deal from the very beginning. They would like you to postpone the March 17th meeting where you were going to decide on the deal. It's now in arbitration. How long do you think this deal could get held up?
Well, if the arbitration kicks in, that process can last for years. And clearly, when we talk about M&A transactions of that nature and of that scale, the parties wouldn't be able to hold kind of fire going for such a long time.
Right.
So if we go into that, deal will die.
All right. Alexander Izosimov, CEO of VimpelCom there, obviously very concerned about the company's problems with Telenor, a little bit less concerned about the very dramatic images we're seeing out of Egypt.